Hello, welcome to a 1 versus 1 series between myself and Markior Fova, who's otherwise known as Alwayslazy. That's Peter. He is a dude who I used to do 2v2s with, and I think I 1 versus 1'd him once before, so there has been a previous episode. You can go check that out, and maybe I'll put it in the video description if I remember. But as usual, whenever recording private games, I almost always forget to record, or I realise way too late, and this first game was one of those. We played a best of 5 series, and the first game I forgot to record, so I'm basically going to be shoutcasting the game that we played. So I think it's safe to say that it's Orc versus Undead, and we can probably skip forward a little bit to see what happens beyond this point once the heroes come out. So I'm going for an early scout, checking it out. Peter's going for Fiend build. He normally mains Undead. It's been a while since he's played though. So he's come back recently and installed, so he's a little bit rusty. But he always did give me trouble anyway when he did play. My Blade Master is moving out with a grunt relatively aggressively because I scouted and I saw he was on that side. I decided to go for the shop camp here on his side first so I could move over to my side later on. Because a Blade Master can creep this camp easily with a grunt as well. You get yourself the Circuit of Nobility after selling the town portal. You don't necessarily need to sell the town portal. You can wait if you want, but I normally do. It just gives you a bit of a head start and don't find yourself needing it that much. So you pick up the nice item, which will be Periapter Vitality. Well, nice-ish item. Good versus Undead nukes later on in the game, but not exactly what the Blade Master wants. Wants something like Claws of Attack +9. Moving on to the Ogre camp that belongs to Peter. Just narrowly avoiding death. Picking up a Ring of Protection +2. So again, not the most lavish item, but there you go. It will do for now. Better than nothing. And I've got a grunt just trying to maybe get a last hit. I don't think it did get the last hit. I don't remember getting the last hit there. Seeing the gold come up for me there. So I definitely get the last hit on that though. But that's about it. My grunt has to back off here whilst Peter finishes off his nearby sea turtle and picks up a gauntlet of ogre strength. He's got 2 rods of necromancy. He's going to move over, realise that the ogre that he has on his side that has the item is gone, but he will still take the experience. He's taken up in the meanwhile. I've been taking a little bit earlier than him, still building grunts and moving over with my healing salves to the next creep camp, which will be the Ogre Magi. What will we get? I wanted to pull the Ogre Magi further out, but it didn't quite work. But this way I could eventually get all of my grunts to hit that. And it's also in a better spot for when it drops its sentry ward. There it is. Yeah, Periapter Vitality. So we can see that Peter is currently creeping up the rest of my remains. That's kind of how you do it if you're a Blade Master. You always try to take the enemy camps and leave them with the scraps, so to speak. So finishing this off, healing up, moving on. Picking up a Tome of Experience, Peter just did there. I could see that with my sentry ward. And he moves on to the next creep camp. We're on Skype, by the way, for this, so we're having a nice friendly banter. So unfortunately you missed out on that, but there's still banter between us for the rest of the games that are going to be played. It's just, unfortunately, I can't replicate it because I didn't record anything, so I didn't get any audio or any visuals. This is it now. We're repeating it. We're coming back. So it starts off as kind of a creep-heavy game to begin with, but trust me, this will get pretty intense as we go on. Both sitting at level 3. I've only just reached it now. 2 Rings of Protection +2, and 2 Periods of Vitality with the Blade Master. The only Circuit of Nobility was one that I bought. Shadow Hunter is my second hero that I'm picking up. I teched up to tier 3 right afterwards. He is maybe going to straight tech. Yeah, he's going to tech to tier 3 as well. And I'm going to work at 2 bestiaries so I can get myself raiders. Got 4 grunts that are just moving around the map. I have my eye on the prize here. I haven't seen any action from him. He went to his base, so in my head I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll go and hit his base now, but I saw he was going back to his base, so I decided to go against that and creep something instead. So we're on to the sea turtle, and the sea turtle gives me a hard time. Shadow Hunter comes out. I'm trying to organise him with some items whilst I'm creeping up the sea turtle. Meanwhile, this grunt very narrowly died. I managed to attack my own unit and then move him out just to avoid it. And then this is unfortunate because as this is all happening, Peter decides to make his aggressive move. And I've got to try to finish off the scraps here. So I pick up the item, which is a Wand of Mana Steel, and I try to get out of this situation. But unfortunately, the weakest grunt is right on the outside. I try to get a cheeky healing salve on it. Maybe they'll stop aggroing, or maybe they'll get off my back. Nope. One hit. Another hit. Yep. just before the other healing salve, trying to give it whatever life I could. Meanwhile, Shadowhunter's also under pressure, so this is a horrible start for me for this PvP fight. Grunts are all weak. Blade Master's not exactly super strong. I'm about to kill a Fiend, and it just about gets healed up. So we're off to a relatively rough start. I can't really bring my Grunts in because they're easy fodder right now. I'm just trying to concentrate on bringing these heroes down. My main goal here is hero focus. I even used a Wand of Mana Stealer to reduce the amount of coils he can use against me aggressively. So Grunts are moving into a safer position in the base. Blade Master picks up healing salve. And he's getting ready to maybe get the last hit, but just misses it, and I think just misses out on the... No, I picked up the item. Shadowhunter's out now. Good timing, because he's ready to maybe focus down the Death Knight. Heavy focus on the Death Knight. Peter doesn't quite get his teleport off. So I managed to get the kill, which is a great big boost for me. I really needed that. Nice experience from the Death Knight and an opportunity for a Fiend, maybe more. So the tech is complete for me. I've already got 2 bestiaries on the way. Meanwhile, Peter's looking to get in his Orb of Corruption with his Lich already, as you can see. Don't want to go any further into that undead base. Is he going to move back for it, or is he going to pick up the Orb of Corruption with the Death Knight? I think he picked up from the tavern, so that's how he was able to be so aggressive. Because he came at me again, and I was like, hang on a second, didn't you just attack me a second ago? Like, I'm already setting myself up for healing salves and all that, and then boom, he's in my base again. So hyper aggression. This is where it helps to have a healing salve on your Shadowhunter, so you can use it on your Blade Master, so your Blade Master can receive and still maintain Windwalk. So trying to hold up here. Hero focus is key. Death Knight does not have much mana here. So it's either go for the Death Knight or the Lich, one or the other. Death Knight's at the lowest health at the moment. Raiders need to come out and help me very shortly. I'm at 33 food versus 33 food, so it's even Stevens right now. Just got to be a little bit cautious. I do have the advantage of my base, and the double Periapter Vitality actually gives my Shadowhunter a lot more health than it looks like. Because you see a Shadowhunter at, say, 308 health, you think, oh no. I mean, sorry, you see him at like this percentage of health rather than the health bar. You think, oh, that's just an easy coil and maybe one hit and he's dead. But he's actually got a lot more health than it looks because of the Periapter Vitality. So, Death Knight manages to skulk out of my Blade Master's vision. I'm just trying to buy as much time here whilst I can try to heal myself back up and get myself into order. He wants to look for the Orb of Corruption, which he's finally picked up now. Comes back with the Death Knight. I'm looking for blood. Starting off on a Fiend, but actually moving over to the Death Knight. A couple of Raiders is enough to seal at least a nice ensnare start. Trying to move a Raider out, but it's not going to be enough, especially with all that blocking. And the Death Knight just about skulks away. I've got the chase on. The Raider has about 2 seconds left before an ensnare is available. But it's not going to be enough, I don't think. Makes his move. A crit would be lovely. A town portal was used just in case I do get a crit to secure the Death Knight's safety. And this leaves his Lich a little bit vulnerable right now. And I've got ensnares to keep the Lich in place. Hex on the Death Knight to deny the coil. But the Lich manages to get in a position where the Blade Master cannot chase. So I couldn't actually get the kill on the Lich, even though that looked like an almost guaranteed kill. Trying to slow down the Death Knight and his army by ensnaring him, reducing the effect of Unholy Aura. A Raider just about gets out of it, and it looks like Peter wants to push the aggression. So it's looking for more opportunities. I keep ducking in and out of my shop. It's so key that you have a shop versus undead. In any race, versus any race, it's Orc. Alright, so we're at 48 food versus 39 food. So he's actually really low on his food count right now. So he needed to up that, but the Raiders aren't exactly stellar. They're not the best fighting machines, but they will give me the opportunities with enough ensnares. And I'm desperately trying to get a nice position here to at least lock the Lich in. And he's trying to pass over an item. I think he managed to pass over the Potion of Healing there, but it wasn't going to be enough. The Hex denies any coils, not that there wasn't any available. And now the next opportunity is afoot. It is, of course, Death Knight. My main goal here is just hero focus, because Raiders aren't exactly the best DPS, whereas the Blade Master can secure the DPS. Trying so hard to get these surrounds. It is costing me, but it might be worth it in the long run if I can just secure that Death Knight. And I think I might have him by the trees here. The Hex trying to stop him from being able to get out of any other situations. Slow him down, and boom, he goes down. Leaves me with a couple of Raiders to try to wipe out the rest of this army. So a Hex on one unit. Raiders ensnare the others, and then the Raiders move onwards towards the next bunch of units so that they can use ensnare again whilst the Raider finishes off what's left behind. Looks like Peter's moving over to the tavern to try to rebuy his heroes. This is where his gold's going. So that's why he probably didn't have too many units, because he was spending it on respawning the heroes from the tavern. And now we got more fiends being picked off. He's trying his best to hold this position, but he doesn't have the Orb of Corruption to put out the DPS that he needs on these raiders. So he's only really got a little bit of short piercing damage and some statues. So he's losing a lot here. Raiders are taking all of this to town, and I've got quite a massive army at this point. 45 food versus the 27 food that remains for Peter. Lich is now back. The Orb of Corruption, the DPS in the back. He's ready to try to make another move, but he's so far behind. He's going for the opportunity here to creep whatever he can, because I've taken the creeps that are above him. He's got this opportunity here, but he chooses to go for this, which is obviously a huge risk, and the Blade Master sees it, whilst the rest of my army was actually moving to the west side. And now I've come back, looking for the opportunity of the last hit. Secure it, pick up the Cords of Attack +9, and that's pretty much a sealed deal at that point. This is all caught, there's so many raiders, everything's going to get ensnared. And Hex and the Death Knight focus the Lich down. It's so key to kill the Lich, in my opinion, if you ever can, over the Death Knight, I would say, simply because the Lich is the one putting out the DPS with the Orb of Corruption and reducing your armor. That's my main focus. I'm kind of talking as though this is what I'm thinking during the gameplay, and it is, basically. So you're getting more of a commentary in that sense. Alright, so that's the first game. I'm now going to roll on the next clip where we move on to the next game, and we actually have sort of me recording the video at this point, and the dialogue between myself and Peter. So have a good one, and enjoy the video. Make sure to thumbs up if you're enjoying it so far. Thanks. Alright, here we are. I'm actually recording this time, so welcome to the game, Twisted Meadows. I'll do a little introduction for myself, and then for Andy, because you missed all of the delightful banter that we were having in the previous game. But that's always the way. I do forget to record, almost always my first game, when I do these private recordings, these secret, sneaky recordings. But I'm here with Alwayslazy. You might remember him from 2v2 a long time ago. We were actually just having a discussion about that in the previous game, where we both went Warden, hid Moonwells in the middle, and then soaked up those Moonwells and did as much damage with the Wardens as we could. And I told him that not only a week ago was it where someone actually requested that game, and they were like, oh, I want to see that game, and I was like, yeah, it's right here, mate. So how you doing?
Holy shit, man. Don't forget about the
I forgot.
The Paladin Torrent Chieftain.
Oh yeah, that was the map that we got for that one. Would have been Tranquil Paths.
Yeah,
I remember playing on that. Yep, that was the one. That was a solid strategy, to be quite frank. A very beefy Tauren Chieftain. No pun intended, like, absolutely pimped out. So that was a lot of fun to do.
Yeah.
We'll probably do some 2v2s after this best of 5 1 versus 1 series. So if you could just politely lose the next couple of games, that'll be great. And then we can move on.
Where shall my blood be spilled?
Should I tell you what race I got at the start? Because I'm playing random.
No.
No?
I'd like to smack your noob face right into the ground.
Okay, yep.
This game.
Well, the last game was definitely very intense. You was very aggressive. Way more aggressive than I was expecting.
The last game was so much bullshit, man.
What?
Since
yeah,
I had
you
no
got
idea
lucky
what
as
to
fuck
do, man.
at the start, and then I started to get lucky after that. Yeah, no. As soon as you get Orb of Corruption, I'm killing that Lich. I don't care. It's one of the most overpowered things in the game, Orb of Corruption. So I'm literally removing that from the table. That's gone. See you later, Orb of Corruption. Say goodbye. No more.
Sneaky bastard.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I hate it. I hate it. It's too good. What do you think? Nerf it down to -3 armor? That'd be better, yeah? Or are your undead bias kicking in?
Orb of Corruption. It is overpowered, yes, of course, but undead has to have it because they
I don't disagree with
don't
that.
have that much utility on their heroes.
That's the key. If you actually kill the Lich with the orb, then they are wrecked. Because they have no damage output, really.
Yeah, and just imagine they wouldn't have the orb. You don't have to kill any hero.
I know.
Since
But at the same time, it's still
I don't
too
know.
good. It's like this. They just need a better balance rather than one thing that's just super good. And if it's not there, then they've lost the game. If it is there, then they've probably won the game. It's just a little too good for my liking.
that's how it is.
It's how they roll, the undead. Filthy, filthy undead.
I mean, what they can do is to nerf it slightly, to like shred 4 armor or 3 instead of 5, but yeah.
I don't think there's a way to nerf it and, you know, make it so that it's actually bad. Apart from, like I say, -3 armor or something. But I'd be like bad, but also be balanced. It's a tough, delicate operation that's required to achieve. Fuck undead is basically what I'm trying to say. in a small matter of words, fuck undead. I think they're grossly overpowered, personally.
That's how I remember you still crying about.
Yeah, but have you
undead.
seen like it recently?
Until you
Like, they
play
really
it
are
on
just
your own.
genuinely really good now.
What?
Well, 120 and all of that, are, like kicking absolute ass and happy with undead.
Oh, yeah, I've been watching
people
this
are
game,
like-
so back to
Well, yeah.
Warcraft.
That's it. People were like, "Oh yeah, undead can be imbalanced," and I'm like, "I've been saying that shit all along." When have undead not been imbalanced?
But you have to look at it from a different view. Like,
Nope.
I mean, those guys are hardcore pro gamers, man.
But that's what
And
I mean. The best of the
no
best.
one could do the moves they do. No one could play the way they play.
Yeah, kinda. But
So they make the opinion for other guys that undead may be overpowered.
I still think undead needs to be dealt with a firm fist up the ass. It's the only way that they'll learn.
Hope it won't be your fist.
Need to be punished. Especially for 4v4 as well. Mass frostworms. So tiresome.
I think that's the only game mode I'd say they are really overpowered, since they have a strong late game.
Our forces are under attack. My patience has ended. Choice. Yeah. Thy bidding. Make your choice. Let battle be joy. You call. My patience has ended. My life has ended.
Never enough wood. Always needing a shredder.
My patience has ended.
So you're a human.
I bow.
No. I need a shredder whatever race I get, to be quite frank with you.
My patience has ended. I am darkness. My life for Nezu. My vengeance is
See?
forces are under attack.
Now you know.
Holy crap, why do you shredder with undead?
Town is under attack. I
Do you mind?
to your will. Yes, my patience has ended. Our forces are under attack. Yours to command. My vengeance is yours. You call. Proceed. Make your choice. Vengeance is yours. Thy bidding. Our forces are under attack. Proceed. You call. For the Lich King.
There
My
you go.
patience has ended.
Let's go.
My vengeance is yours. I am yours. Chilling. Dead man walking by your my vengeance is yours. Chilling.
Did you expand?
No, I didn't. Bit too risky to expand as undead, I think.
My patience has ended.
I wouldn't know. Don't really play him.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh, you really didn't.
Did you expand?
My patience has ended.
Of course. 2 times
For the
already.
Lich King.
It's possible. I haven't seen you in a while.
Yours to command.
I thought you would expect.
So be it.
Since I remember you to be the sneaky, cheeky little
Yeah, I
bastard.
like to give myself as much of an advantage because I can't play properly.
My patience has ended. My patience has ended. Ride or die.
I don't like that.
I wish not, sir. My patience has ended. Vengeance is yours. My patience has ended. My vengeance is yours. Let battle be joy. As yours.
I do like the sneaky though. No doubt in that the sneaky is good. Who doesn't like the sneaky?
My patience has ended.
I don't.
Yeah. Light beckons.
Especially not when you do sneaky things.
Greetings.
Whoa!
At last, summoning is complete. What's done is done. Make your choice. My vengeance is yours.
I've been ready. I'll be glad.
Boom!
What the fuck? Alright, didn't expect this shit.
That's right, you didn't. No one expects the Sapper Inquisition.
Oh, 30 euro already. Holy shit.
What you call? Very well. Research complete. What is it now? My patience has ended. I am what mortal? My vengeance is yours. Let terror reign.
Oh yeah, it's happening.
Holy shit, man.
Did you have a bad creep?
My patience has ended.
Was it a bad day at the creep store?
My patience has ended.
Just bad at all. I guess.
My vengeance
I did creep pretty hard. Like a boss.
Did you get the red spot?
Did I get what, sorry? I did, like, if you think about it, I did the top right bit, which you went off to later, so you probably didn't have any good creep spots to do. So that gave me an advantage. That's the way I look at it. Undead is also one of my strongest races, ironically, even though I fucking hate them. But I used Undead to get rank 1 in ladder.
Oh, okay.
Technically wasn't truly rank 1 because the top 3 people were like people with 1,000 wins and 0 losses. I think they're Russians. Yeah.
Fucking Russians. Everywhere. But I may have another secret.
Did you say another cigarette?
I have to smoke another one. Holy
Why?
shit.
If you don't smoke cigarettes,
Because I'm
but
addicted
you
as
don't need
fuck.
to. This is why you don't get addicted in the first place. I bet you love people telling you that you shouldn't smoke. I like telling people that they shouldn't smoke. Feels good. Feels like I'm doing a public service.
Who can you tell that they shouldn't smoke? Since you only are at home and play video games.
Well, this is where you come
record
in.
stuff and
This is the opportunity that I have now. I've been saving it for so long.
yeah, that's what I thought. You're hoping that some smoker appears, and then you can tell them that
That's
they
it.
should.
Public justice.
Yeah.
Take your filthy smoke out of my oxygen. Alright, here we go. A couple of filthy stream snipers managed to put themselves into the observer spot. Secret Valley. Oh, yeah. It's a great time to be an orc on Secret Valley. Just love being an orc. Secret Valley. So good to be an orc. Secret Valley. How's Undead working out for you?
I'm random, bro.
Are you?
Yeah.
I I never pay attention. This is why. Okay. I'm pretty sure you're probably not, but...
Yeah. I changed it in the last few seconds.
Hmm.
Before you made...
I don't even know. This is the thing. As soon as the game starts, it's like, oh, what were all their races? I'm that guy. Because I just blank, basically. If I do
But you
see
still
what the
have
races
the
are...
loading time to check it out.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I mean. I just don't really pay attention. And that's like a good... That's a good time to pay attention, but I never do. Very rarely, anyway. It's a minor fault of mine. Amongst all the pros that I have, slight con. Alright, well, have fun. I don't normally like to say good luck, because I think it's a stupid thing to say to your opponent, even if they're like a mate.
Your building is complete.
It just doesn't make sense. I'm a logical person, and it annoys me. I can't get with it. I think you understand.
Your building is complete.
Know what you mean.
That's right. You know what I mean.
I stand ready.
No, I mean.
On the way.
I'm concentrated as fuck.
On your mark.
Because I don't like to play this race. And good luck, have fun, by the way.
Shush.
Even though you don't like it.
I really don't. There's no point to it. Oh, fuck. I can't. Oh, this is going bad. This happens to me every time I play this race, which I can't tell you what I'm playing. It's a secret.
Let me guess. You're stuck between a tree and your altar.
Something like that.
On your mark.
I'm just about fucking getting by. Where the fuck is my hero? I'm over to TK Mail and Wisps now. Ah, oh, for fuck's sake. I fucking suck as Night Elf. I'm so fucking bad
I
at it.
thought you were Orc!
Well, shit.
Your building is complete.
Fuck.
Let me in.
Fuck. That was not worth it.
There.
I couldn't get to the tree. It wouldn't let me get to the tree. You normally build your Ancient of War down here, but I thought I'd give it a try over here, but it wouldn't let me get to the tree. I was blocked.
I am the
So that
iron
sucks.
hand of justice. Have you reached
Feels bad, man.
That's how life is.
Ben thy Delelune. I am the iron hand of justice.
God damn it. Oh well, that's a rough start. This
Let
happens
me
pretty much every
rest.
time I play Night Elf in 1 versus 1. It's the one race that I wish I could remove. Like, when I'm searching for 4e4 RT, I like to play as random. I wish I could remove Undead as an option. When I'm playing 1 versus 1, I like to play
Let the hunt
as random. I wish I could remove
iron hand of justice.
Night Elf.
Night Elf.
Let
No such luck. So you got the best best
reached a
map,
verdict?
best race for this map.
justice shall be swift.
Congratulations.
Our
So-
warriors have engaged.
Let me
I'm feeling good about it.
bend thy Delelune.
It's a good race. I've heard they're pretty strong.
I am the iron hand of justice. Understood.
Yes, people
But
probably
I
gonna
think
say.
you're not a talent guy.
Justice shall
What?
be swift.
But I think you're not a talent guy.
No, I'm not a
Bend
No.
thy
You're the
Delelune.
classic one, Dryad Bear,
Understood.
Mass Dryads. It's coming to you.
Mass Dryads. Pot them.
Let me investigate.
I'm gonna out micro you with Dryads.
Bend thy Delelune. Have you reached a verdict?
Hmm.
Ashvalano. Let me investigate. I can taste their fear. Justice shall be swift. Ashvalano. I can taste their fear. Have you reached a verdict?
You've been busy.
I am the iron hand of justice. Have you reached a
Still
verdict?
there.
I am the iron hand of justice.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Ashvalano. Let me investigate. I am the iron hand of justice.
Upgrade
I
finished.
stand ready.
Your building is
Let me investigate.
Our will shall be done.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Will shall be done.
Bend thy
Our will shall be done. For
I
the
am the
Empress.
iron hand of justice.
What the
Bend
actual
thy
fuck?
deluge.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Justice shall be
I
swift.
will not be trifled with.
Ashvalano. Let me investigate.
Is it time?
Have you reached a verdict? Ashvalano.
Our will shall be done.
Goodbye.
Time is short, mortal.
I'm leaving you.
Let
I
me
grow
investigate.
anxious to act.
Don't leave so soon.
Have you reached a
I
verdict?
have to.
Stay.
Let
Why?
me investigate.
Time is short.
I have some tea.
Understood.
Our will shall be done.
I am the iron hand of justice. Justice shall be swift.
Is it time?
Ashvalano. Let the hunt
I
begin.
grow anxious to act.
I am the iron hand of justice. Let
Is it
justice be served.
Take
Have you reached a verdict? I am the iron hand of justice. Have you reached a verdict? I am the lion.
Your building, our
I
sacred
am the
grove is
iron
being
hand
desecrated.
of justice.
our will
Your
shall
Have
be
you
done.
reached a verdict? I am the iron hand of justice.
No. Don't do this, man.
Ashvalano. I am the
Blade
iron
masters aren't
hand
welcome.
of
Grove is
justice.
being desecrated.
Ashvalano. Have you reached a verdict? Ben thy delelu.
Is it time?
I am the iron hand of justice. Ashvalano.
I will not be trifled with.
Let me investigate. I can taste
Our
their
will
fear.
shall be done.
Understood. Justice shall be swift. Let the hunt begin. Justice shall be
Is
swift.
it time? In a sorrow's name. By your command.
Have you reached
Shadow
a
Strike ain't got nothing on level 1
verdict?
Windwalk.
Ben thy
I grow
delelu.
anxious to act.
Let me investigate.
Has awakened.
Ben thy
Is it
delelu.
time? Time is short.
I am the iron hand of justice. Ben thy
I grow
delelu.
anxious to act.
Have you reached a verdict?
I will not be
Our
trifled
sacred
with.
grove is being
I am
desecrated.
What the hell?
Let
I
me
will
investigate.
not be trifled with.
Ashvalano.
For Natata.
Research finished.
Have you reached a verdict?
Is it time?
Ashvalano.
Sure.
Ben thy delelu.
Is
Understood.
it time?
I
I
can
grow
taste their
anxious
fear.
to act.
I'm awake.
I
I'm
am the
awake.
iron hand of justice.
Where shall I strike?
Have you reached a verdict? I am the iron hand of justice.
Our time is
Ashvalano.
short. My strength is
Ben
yours.
thy delelu.
Where shall I strike?
Ashvalano. Have you reached a verdict?
I'm awake.
Let
I'm
me
awake.
investigate.
I grow anxious to act.
Ashvalano.
For the Empress.
I am the iron hand of justice. Justice shall be
Hmm.
swift.
Upgrade finished.
I can taste
Our
their
time
fear.
is
Shall
short.
be done.
Of course.
Let me investigate. Ashvalano.
All parts accounted for.
I am the iron hand of justice.
Engine's running.
Have you reached a
Is it
verdict?
Systems go.
Ben thy
What you got?
Anxious
delelu.
to act.
Let me investigate.
Time is short.
Engine's running.
Have you reached a verdict?
Your building is
I am the iron hand
I'm
of
all
justice.
geared up. What you got?
I am the iron hand of justice.
research finished.
Engine's running.
Shall be done.
Let me investigate.
All systems go.
Ben thy
Our
I'm all
warriors
geared
have
up.
engaged the
I am the iron hand of justice.
All systems
Have you
go.
reached a verdict?
I'm all geared up.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Let me investigate.
All systems
I am
go.
the iron
Hey.
hand of justice. Have you reached a verdict? Justice shall be swift. Let the hunt begin.
Has awakened. Anudora.
Tinker. What?
I will not be
Where
trifled.
shall I strike?
Our warriors
I am the
have
Iron
engaged
Hand.
in
Justice.
I can handle that.
Understood.
I'm all geared up. I'm on top of it.
I'm not ready.
I can taste
My
their
strength is
Our
yours.
champion has
Our
fallen.
time.
Let it investigate. Let the hunt begin. Understood.
I'm awake.
Their
I'm
time
awake.
has come. Let justice be served.
Is it time?
Have you reached the verdict? I am the Iron Hand. Justice.
Yeah, this looks bad.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you're fine.
Let the hunt begin.
Our champion has fallen.
I'll throw GG down now. Yeah, that game just started bad and then didn't go much better after that. I just really, like I say, I wish I could remove Night Elf. And people are saying, why don't you go and select between a human orc and undead beforehand? But I don't like doing that. Because it's not as fun to see what you're going to get at the start of the game. So you just have to deal with it, and I accept it. I got Night Elf, so I got fucked. Right, Tyrannistan. Now let's see what we get. I see you are random this time.
Yes, my lord. Forward. What? I can't do. Yes, my lord.
Have fun.
Ready to
Good
work.
luck.
Alright, I'll take it. Thanks.
What is it? What?
If you want to throw it away.
Ready to work.
Up to you.
Forward. What? Yes, my lord.
But I think I win anyways.
You reckon?
Yes,
Since
my
I
I
got since I got my best
What
race.
is it?
You could argue that I've got mine as well.
Ready to work.
Used to be anyway.
Yes, my lord.
Human.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Night Elf.
But undead is a huge advantage versus human, so basically you have no excuse to lose this game.
I loved
Ready to work. What?
undead versus human games back in the days.
All right.
So much fun with Panda, Lich, Death Knight.
Done.
I think undead have a very easy time versus human, personally.
Not in the pro scene.
I do, I think so. I've never found a race easier to beat on ladder than when I'm playing as undead against human. It's like a free win.
Yeah, on ladder of course, because they
Yeah, but even the
they're
pros
bad
struggle
ladder.
massively. You can't tell me the pros. The pros spend the whole game just trying not to fucking die. That's literally your job as a human. Is you just have a barrage of undead imbalance thrown at you, and your job is just to not fucking die. You spend like the first 15 to 20 minutes before you can possibly get to a point where maybe you can start fighting back. That's how those games go.
What is it?
Depends on what you play. What kind of strategy you play.
Yes, my lord.
What kind of strategy are you playing, mate?
Yes, Smiley. Ready for action.
I mean, as human,
Say the word.
depends
Done.
I can hardly
what you play
Full of shit.
versus undead. If you play like Rifleman and push with Naga very early, it's a very good way to beat them.
What is it?
Or was a very good way to beat undead. Or Paladin Rifleman.
Ready for action. Yes, Smiley. Orders.
Forward.
What? Yes, my liege. For glory! Our forces are under
What is it?
attack.
Off I go then.
What is it? Orders.
Ready to work. Forward.
Ready for action. Say the word.
What is it?
Well? Yes, my liege. Get on. Say the word. What is it now? What do you need?
What?
Well? Say the word. To battle.
Forward.
Get on. Right.
What? Ready to work.
Upgrade complete.
Yes, my lord. Right now. Ready? All right, done.
Get on. Orders. Well? Get on. Say the word. For Lord of Yes, my liege. What? Say the word.
What is it?
Yes, my liege. Say the word. Well? You need. Perfect. Yes, my liege. You need. Say the word. You need. Orders. Yes, my liege. On my way. Well?
Ah, you got night off.
More work.
What I say.
You need.
Well, you tricked me to going into a fast expansion.
Yes, my lord.
Of course.
More work.
You know me.
Get on with orders.
Knowing you, you probably don't have any units, or knowing night off in general. Who needs units as night off?
Say the word. Right. What is it now?
Job done.
You require my assistance?
All right.
Well?
What is it?
You require my assistance? What is orders?
Ready to work.
Get on. Well? What do you need? What is it now? Yes, my liege. You require my assistance?
What? More work.
What is it? Yes, my liege. You require my assistance?
Job done.
Perfect. What do you need? Orders? Of course, yes, my liege.
What? Yes, my lord.
Well?
More work. What is it?
Get on. What do you need? Get on.
Upgrade complete.
Build more walls. Say the word. Our forces are under attack. Build more
More work. What is it?
You require my assistance?
Job done. Yes, job done.
You require my assistance? What do you need? Get on. Yes, my liege. You require my assistance?
What is it?
Well, say the word. Aye, my lord. What is it now? You need. You require my assistance? Say the word. Ready for action. What is it now? Yes, my liege.
Yes, my lord. Off I go then.
Forces are under attack.
Yes, my lord. All right.
Get on.
More work.
You require my assistance?
What is it?
Well,
Yes, my lord.
ready for action.
More work.
Get on. Our forces are under attack.
Yes, my lord.
Well,
What is it? Righto.
get on.
Holy crap.
You require
Yes,
my
my lord.
I was gambling on this last hit.
You gambled incorrectly, mate.
More work.
Go have a cigarette.
Perfect. What is it now? Get on. Orders? Right. Attack! You require my assistance? Well? You require my
Job done. Job done.
Ready for action.
Yes,
Get on.
Sorry, Prostaris Sedar. Job done.
What do you need?
Job done.
Get on. Say the
Yes, my lord.
Our forces are under attack.
Off I go
Well,
then. Right.
Get on. You need. What is it? You wanna get on. Orders. For glory. Yes, my liege.
What? Off I go then.
Orders. Aye, my lord. Get on. What do you need? Orders. Our town is under siege. What is it now?
More work.
Who'd you want to kill? Get on. Get on with it. You require my...
Yes, my lord.
Well? Yes, my liege. What is it now? Get on with it. Well? Say the word. Get on. Yes, my liege. Orders? Yes, well? What do you need? Orders? Get on. What do you need? Our town is under
Uh-oh, I think you're in trouble.
Well,
Never
our
mind.
forces are under attack. What do you need?
I think I'm fine.
Orders? Get on.
More work. Off I go
What do
then.
you need? Get on.
What? Yes, my lord.
Probably should have cancelled that.
What is it?
Say the word.
Get on.
More work?
Oh, well. You require my assistance? What?
I'm not even going to give you any experience, apart from one bit.
Upgrade complete.
Well?
No deal.
Perfect. What? Yes, my
You
lord.
require my assistance?
Yes, my liege.
Yes, my lord.
What is it?
More work? What?
Get on.
What
I think
is
I
it?
won,
Yes, my lord. More work?
Well?
to be honest.
Get on with it.
Maybe.
Well? You require my
You need.
I know you didn't expect this cheeky talent,
Yes, my lord.
overpowered strategy.
Job done. What?
I can hardly wait.
Yes, my lord.
My assistance? Who do you want to kill?
So nice against towers, because it's magic damage,
Job done.
Oh yeah.
What? Off I go then.
and against your mass footmen.
Yes, my liege. Say the word.
Get on.
Orders.
Job done.
Well? Get on.
Right. Yes, my liege.
Well?
Orders.
You require
More
my
work?
assistance?
Say the word. Orders.
You require my assistance? Well? What is it now?
Say the
Well?
word.
No gambling this time.
I'm missing
Yes, my lord.
something.
Yes, my lord. What is it?
Skill.
What is it now?
Wait till you see me in action. More work?
Get on.
Aye. Perfect. What? All right. Yes, my lord. Ready to work.
Well? Get on.
Aye.
To battle.
Wait till you see me in action. Our forces are under
Well?
attack. Wait till you see me in action. Job done. What is it?
What is
Give
it?
me something to do. More work?
Get on with it. I can hardly wait. Well? What is it?
Aye.
Well?
Yes, my lord. Wait till you see me in action.
You require my
Aye.
What is it? You require my Well?
Give me
You
something
require
to do. Aye.
What?
Give
The
me
fuck?
something to do.
How did you get level 5 so far, man?
Because I'm fucking amazing.
Give me something to do.
Get on.
Aye.
You require my
Get down, Sparky.
Give me something to do.
That lucky fucking badge, man.
Give me something.
No breath of fire is going to save your ass. Yeah.
Here you go.
Well?
What the fuck?
Night elf
How did
sucks,
you get level
man.
fucking 5, man?
Give me something to do.
Probably the level 3 warden or whatever it was earlier helped.
Oh,
Wait till you see me in action.
what the hell?
What is it? Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. Aye.
Get on.
Nerf
Get down,
Archmage.
Sparky.
You
Wait
require
till you
my
see me in action.
Ah, I thought you would have done.
Aye.
Well?
I
Give me
suspected as
something
much.
to do.
You require my assistance.
Build more bombs.
What?
Wow, what's
GG,
that?
man. Actually, the
No
only
GG.
reason,
See me in action.
So
Listen.
bad-mannered.
the only reason I went for this fucking talents was because I forgot about my Hunter's Hall, man. Holy shit.
Feels bad, man, huh? Feels bad. Alright. That concludes the best of 5. Thank you very much for taking part. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Let me have some practice and we will do this again.